Okay, everyone, now that it's 11:05, we're going to get started just for the sake of time. So good morning. Thank you everyone so much for being here and happy holidays. So for today's presentation, we have Fran Conway. She's a registered nurse and a registered yoga teacher. So this program is designed for people of all levels of activity. Fran will be guiding all of you in some gentle chair and standing yoga poses, so there's no mat required. We're going to be incorporating some breath work with physical movements and then a short meditation in order to align body, mind, and spirit. And today we'll be working on flexibility, balance, and strength. And hopefully you will leave this class feeling refreshed and embodied. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it along to Fran. Thank you again for being here, and take it away when you're ready.
Thank you so much, Allegra. Hi, everybody. Happy holidays, and I'm so glad that you're here with us today on this cold, wintry day. So we're going to do some stuff to help us warm up and increase our flexibility and range of motion and lubricate our joints. So the first thing I'd like to just bring to your attention is how to sit well. So I'm sitting in a chair and my feet are planted on the floor very solidly, like they're not lifting off, they're not rotating out, they're solidly planted like a plug into a socket. And then from there, you can put your hands under your sitting bones, those two hard bones underneath the buttocks, and you can feel them. They feel like two knobs, and just feel how heavy they are. And it's not really the most comfortable way to sit. We're not going to be here for long, but I just want you to get the idea of how grounded they can be. So many times we don't sit right on top of the bones. We either sit in front of the bones, which causes us to arch our lower back and lean forward, or we sit behind the bones, which enables us to slouch and just like be plopping in the chair. So both of those things, we can use all three of these movements in a guided meditate or a guided yoga class, but we want to try to sit on these bones for proper posture while we sit. So especially like when you're on the computer and all that stuff, you want to be able to sit properly. And of course, we're going to slump. I think that's the most typical way. But catch yourself and then come back up onto the bones. So we'll just do a quick exercise here. If your hands are, hurting from having them being underneath the buttocks, you can always remove them. But I like to keep them here because it really gives me feedback. So my fingers are directly under the bones, and then that allows my spine to lift up out of the pelvis. When I arch forward and lead my chest forward, the bones have gone behind my fingers. So see if you can feel that. Your fingers haven't changed, but the bones have. Your pelvis has. Now come back to be on top of the fingers again and just slump, just round. And now your bones went in front of your fingers. So hopefully you can feel that. So it's really important to know what's happening with the pelvis. We often don't know what's going on here. And it's so important in terms of our posture. So let's all start out again, right on top of the bones, with the fingers underneath, and then arch. So this is called the cow position in yoga. Come back to neutral, and then round. This is called the cat position. And we're going to do this standing up. So just, I'll bring this back into the program once we come to stand up. So you can do cat cows. Normally we do them on all fours, but you can do them in the chair. Just rock back and forth, and now remove the hands, and then you'll feel the blood flowing into your fingers, but then see how you can get that sense of rocking back and forth, and how different positions enable the upper body to be in different relationships to the earth. So just know what's happening, and then come to sit right on top of the bones. Now you're in a proper seated position. And when you're working on the computer and, and on the phone even, you want to kind of have that neutral posture so that you're not developing habitual problems that can show or raise their head down the road in a few years. So, and of course, we're always going to come out, but then remind, just keep coming back over and over again. So now with that said, with our proper posture, let's inhale, take the arms out and up, reach through the ring fingers, keep the neck soft, keep the face soft, inhale, and then exhale, lower the arms down again. Inhale, the arms come out and up. They can be straight up or on a diagonal, whatever feels right for your shoulders, your body, and exhale, lower down. And one more time, inhale, reaching up. And exhale, lower down. Now we're going to change it up. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, sweep the arms over to the left, so opposite of me, and the head turns with you. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, sweep the arms to the right, and the head is moving with you. Let's do that a few times. So do that on your own. Inhale with your own breath pace, moving with the breath and the movement together. We'll do one more time to the left. Inhale to the center. And now to the right, stay here. Stay on the right side. So your hands are just relaxed over by the side of your right thigh. And now very gently and slowly start to notice everything you see in your line of vision as you start to turn your head to the left. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be the biggest, dust bunny. It doesn't matter. You're not looking at it. You're just noticing it with awareness. And then turn the head back again to the right. It's bringing a sense of mindfulness to our practice. One more time, turn the head to the left. The left hand is holding on to the right thigh. And then turn it back over to the right. Now keep that left hand holding on to the right thigh as you take the right arm up, straight up. Inhale. And on the exhale, extend your torso over to the left. So left hand holding on to right thigh, right arm extending over to the left. So you get a nice stretch from the fingertips to the shoulders and the shoulders to the hips. Inhale. And then exhale, come front, take your right elbow on top of your left and give yourself a big giant hug. Hug yourself like you haven't seen a long lost friend in a long time. Inhale, and now exhale, pretend you're taking off a really tight shirt. It's really, really tight and you're bringing the shoulders back and you've got to bring it down. And then we'll just do a few shoulder rolls here. Inhale up, exhale back down. Inhale and exhale. A few more times. If you're working at a desk all day, great exercise to do every once in a while, even every half hour. Now let's inhale. We'll bring the arms up again. Exhale, take the arms and twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Head goes with you. Inhale, center, and exhale to the left. And now we'll stay here on the left side. Hands are alongside of the left thigh. Now let's turn the head to the right with this sense of mindfulness and curiosity about what we see without judging it. There's no judgment. And then turn the head back again slowly, like you're seeing it for the first time. And then one more time, turn the head over to the right, and then turn it back again to the left. Keep the right hand on the left thigh, left arm comes up, lengthen first, inhale, and on the exhale, extend over to the right. See if you can keep your left sitting bone, the ones that we had our fingers underneath, see if you can keep that tacked to the chair. Try not to let it go up, because that'll just make you feel like you're lifting up. Your neck rounded down if that comes up. So see if you can keep both sitting bones down and getting this whole side lateral stretch here on the left side. Inhale up, sweep the left elbow on top of the right, big giant hug, squeeze a little just going back and forth, and then pretend you are taking off the tightest shirt, and you have to do it really slow. It's so good for getting the muscles involved. And then take the arms back, and then take the hands onto the shoulders. We'll go back and just take, and I have a tendency to work more with going back because we're going forward so much in our normal life. So I just feel it's probably better to just focus on going back. Now make two fists, bring your hands behind you, your fists behind you, and you're going to bring your fists to just behind your buttocks. Press the fist down into the chair and think about lengthening your lower spine. You're lengthening the lower spine, then the upper spine might go back just a little bit into an upper back bend. But you're grounding down through the hands. So this is a back bend, another great exercise to do at the desk or on a plane. Head is lifted a little bit, and then exhale, let that go. Okay, so just take the arms out. We'll do a little wrists exercise, just going around both ways. You can make any kind of motions with the fingers, and then we'll open and close the fingers, and then we'll catch. Pretend you're grasping at something, and then release, 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 and then catch, 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 and release, release. Let's open up the fingers a little bit with the base of the that fat pad right underneath your left pinky. Take your right thumb and just press it into it. And then take the index, the middle, and the ring finger, and the pinky. Open and close a few times, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Left thumb, index, middle, ring, and pinky. And just pretend you're rubbing some cream on your hands just to bring some circulation and warmth, and into the wrists as well. Again, overuse of computers can cause carpal tunnel and all sorts of things in here. So we want to keep our fingers and hands and all the joints in the fingers and hands happy. Just extend out through your right leg a little bit. Just lift the right leg off the floor and make some circles with the right foot, going one way. But again, did you slouch when you did that? So think about lifting up and engage your abdomen. So you can really get a nice little abdominal toning here just from sitting up and lifting one leg up. So go around one way and then go around the other way with that right ankle. And then point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. One more time, point and flex. Lower the right foot to the floor. And then again, sitting well, lifting up, lengthening the lower back first, grounding down through the right foot. Now lift out through the left leg, engaging your abdomen. So it's amazing. You can get a whole body workout from a chair. And then we have the leg extended. Let's make circles going one way. Keep the abdomen engaged, not in a harsh, aggressive way, but you're just engaging the navel back. It's moving back to the spinal cord. So it's not a gripping, but you are engaging. And there's a fine line, right, between all of those things. Go the other way with the foot. And I even like to make those movements with my fingers and then see if you can, it's a little game teaser or brain teaser, go one way with the foot and see if you can go the other way with the hands. I can't do it. But it's fun to try, and it's great for your brain. And then point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Good. And then release that foot back down. And now take your hands in like a cupping position. And then we're just going to cup. You're going to tap or cupping the fleshy part of the legs, not the bony surfaces. Go up by the hips, go down on the outside, and then go down on the outside of the calves, and then on the inside of the calves, just again, not that bone, the bone, and then you can go back up and then do that with your buttocks, and then just rub the kidneys instead of clapping on there. And then we're moving up to the arms, little tapping up to the shoulders and back down. You could do with the ribs, with the chest. And then take your fingers and just do a little tapping on the face, around the eye, the orbit, the bones of the face, up by the temples, and just this little gentle tapping around. And this is good in Ayurvedic medicine. This is about waking up these channels in our body. We have thousands of these channels. We have main ones going up and down the front, but we've got thousands of these energetic channels. And this helps to open them. And then you can even get into the ears. And this is a big deal in Chinese medicine, to rub the ears. And this corresponds or correlates to different parts of the body. And it feels good. And I don't know about you, but I forget to do this, the ears. And so, every part of the body has its own function and own purpose, and it needs a little attention every now and then. Take the hands behind the neck and give the neck a nice little rub. And then come back, put your hands on your thighs, and just sit for a second. Notice what you've just done. We've moved around some prana. That's our life force energy. Put your hands on your lower abdomen. And on your next inhale, allow the belly to round out. And on the exhale, allow the belly to come back in. So slight engagement. Inhale, feel the belly round. And exhale, come back. And we're going to come back to this later too. This is part of the 3-part breath. But if there's any doubt, this is if you feel anxious or overwhelmed, not just during the holidays, but at any time, this is the thing to do, to put your hands on your abdomen and just feel that feedback of the hands going back and forth with the belly going out and then the belly coming in. Okay, so now we're going to come to stand. So let's come up and stand. I'm going to move my chair away. And we're going to come into mountain pose. So I want you to see my feet. My feet are about hip distance or fist distance apart. I don't measure it. I just know what my fist looks like. So, or the distance, and I can just kind of tell. So in other words, you don't want your legs out here. You don't want them here. You want them to be about fist or hip distance apart. And they're parallel with each other, the feet. So you want to look down, make sure that that's all happening. And then think about under the ball of the big toe, the ball of the little toe, and the middle of the heel, a triangle. See if you can plug into that triangle, which will help to distribute your body weight evenly. So you're not leaning forward and you're not leaning back too much. Engage the thigh muscles. And then from here, feel the side body lengthen all the way to under the armpit. That will help to elongate the spine. The hands come out with the arms externally rotated. The palms are facing me. My palms are facing you. And then the chin is parallel to the earth. So it's not too high and it's not too low. It's parallel. It's right size. This is your posture. I mean, there's a lot of tweaking that we can do individually, of course, but this is a quick rundown of how to come into your posture. Start from your feet first and work up. The crown of the head reaches up to the heavens. So we're going to do a little action here. We're going to wake up a little bit more now that we're standing up. So we're going to take the arms up and then exhale, swing the arms back as you bend your knees. And then the next time we do it, we're going to say ha. So we're going to do that about 6 times. Ha. Ha. Say it out loud. Ha, get it from the bottom of your lungs. Ha, ha, inhale deeply. Ha, 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 one more. Ha, and then come back and just notice, move very gently, but notice how that has just started to really warm up the body and get your juices going. And this is a really good way to wake up. Okay, so now we're going to come back to mountain pose again. We're going to do a little vinyasa, a little linking of things to do here, linking of poses. So you're going to come to mountain pose. We've already discussed that. So you want to do your inventory, I call it, starting from the bottom up. Where are my feet? Where are my thighs? Where's my pelvis? Side body lifts into the armpits, arms open, Chin parallel, crown of the head reaches up. Mountain pose. Now from here, we're going to inhale, take the arms out in a diagonal and bend the knees. And now it's pretty much the same thing. It's just, we just took the arms up and bent the knees. Now we're in chair, otherwise known as fierce pose. So look down, just make sure that your knees aren't going beyond your toes. It'd be nice to see your toes. And you can come back on your heels a little bit or send your hips back. So let's do that. We'll toggle through that a few times and then we'll add on. So inhale here and exhale to mountain. Inhale to fierce pose. Exhale to mountain. Inhale, fierce. Exhale, mountain. All right, we're switching it up. Inhale, fierce. Exhale, mountain. Lift the left knee. Engage the abdomen. Inhale, fierce. Exhale, mountain. Lift the right knee. Engage the abdomen. Inhale, fierce. Exhale, mountain with the left knee up. Inhale, fierce. So we just go back and forth. See if you can make it like a little dance. Down, up on one leg, down, up on one leg. Now switching it up, down, up on one leg, and we're going to keep this knee up, this left knee up. From here, we're going to make figure eights with the left knee. So you're going out and in. And if you need something to hold on to, please feel free to do that. And go back and forth. And it's just, even if you need to put one finger on that piece of furniture, do it for your own safety. If you're used to doing this, this is a great way to challenge your balance. Now, keep the left knee out, and now take the left toes to the floor and the left heel to your right shin. So it looks like this, like a kickstand on a bicycle, okay? So that's one version. Second version is just to bring the foot, the entire left foot, to the right calf. So find what's right for you. Just do not bring it to your knee. It's really destabilizing for the knee. So now this is tree pose. Bring your hands to prayer. You can have your thumbs fit right into the notch of where your sternum is, where your heart is. That's one way. Or another way is to bring the arms out. Again, relax the neck, relax your face. There's no need to tense that part of the body up. If you need to hold on to something, go for it. So you could bring the hand here. So feel yourself as a deeply rooted tree, giving and receiving, doing both. And that right leg, just so you know, that right femoral neck is getting a really good workout to build bone density, because we're using our own body's resistance to increase the production of osteoblasts. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips, and on your next inhale, send your left foot back behind you, and you're on the ball of the left foot. So that gives you that ability to bounce. The heel is up in the air. The front knee, the right knee is bent, and think about your right thigh moving forward and your left heel moving back. So we're creating resistance. It's not this floppiness. We're creating resistance. Okay, so there's one direction here for the right thigh and another direction for the back heel. Let's bring the arms into goal pose or Sphinx arms. So the elbows should be, if you can, as high as your shoulders. If not, work with what's available for your body today. Keep that relationship, that oppositional relationship in the legs. It's very strengthening for the pelvic floor, and it helps you to maintain balance. Inhale, and on the exhale, twist very gently, very gentle twist to the right. Come back to center on the inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Come back to center on the inhale. Do that again at your own pace. Notice how the oppositional of the quality of the legs helps us to remain balanced. And then stay here. Inhale. Take the arms behind you. Interlace your fingers and send the knuckles down to the floor. Inhale here. And now exhale, let the arms go, bring the hands to your waist. And let's take that back leg, lean forward, and then bring the entire back foot to the floor. Okay, so now both legs are straight. I've got both legs straight. The right leg is in front of me. And put your hands right at your hip crease. I happen to have two pieces of furniture here, but I'll show you how to do it from here, or if we're going to use the shin. So now we're doing a pose called pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Inhale, and on the exhale, come forward from the hip crease, not from the back. If you happen to have a chair here, you can use the chair or your furniture here, and then, or you can use your shin, just not your knee. And now have your nose look at the toes. So you're not rounding the back. Your nose is looking at the toes, and think about extending your spine. The legs are going in two opposite directions, and hopefully this brings you a nice stretch in the back of your right leg. Legs are in two opposite directions, keeping that oppositional quality. Inhale, and on the exhale, bend the front knee, hands to the waist, and step the back foot up to meet the front. Pause. Take one hand to your abdomen and one hand to your heart, and pause. Take it in. Notice. Noticing. Always checking in and noticing what's going on with our bodies. Our own intuition has so much to offer us. Okay, so now we're going to do the opposite side. So look down at your feet again, and you want to come into mountain pose. So make sure that the feet are fist distance and parallel. Do your inventory. Where are my feet? You can't go wrong. You start from the bottom up. Where are my feet? Where are my legs? Are my thighs engaged? How does my pelvis feel? Does it feel neutral, just like when we were in the chair? And a good way to sort of check that when you're standing is to think about those two sitting bones and think about them going straight down as opposed to flipping back or going too far forward. So they're just going straight down. And then the side body lifts, the palms open, slight opening here across the chest. Inhale. So this is our mountain pose. Exhale, take the arms up, bend the knees. Now we're in chair or fierce pose. Feel fierce. You are fierce. Feel that fierceness inside of you. Inhale, look down at your toes. You want to see those toes. Inhale, exhale, back to mountain. Inhale to chair. Exhale to mountain. Inhale to chair, hips go back, arms go out. Exhale to mountain. One more time now. Inhale, we're switching it up. Exhale, right knee comes up. Inhale to chair. Exhale, left knee comes up. So go back and forth like that with a nice little rhythm, like a dance. You're going down, you're coming up, balancing, going down, coming up, and again, using the abs to help you. One more time to the left. And now go down, and we're going to stay up on the right. Okay, we'll make figure eights. If you need to hold on to something, feel free. Otherwise, you want to challenge your balance, go for it. Take the knee out and in. External rotation, internal rotation. Really good for lubrication of the hip, the synovial fluid. We want to produce that. We want to have our limbs being nice and lubricated. Now keep the right knee out, and now the right toes go to the floor. Right heel goes to the shin, just like we did the other side. Kickstand. Okay, so this is position one. Hands in prayer, tree pose. Position two, you can move the right foot to the left calf. And then have your hands here, have your hands, whatever you need. You can have your hands on the wall. And then if you want to bring it up, you can really embody a tree. Think about a beautiful tree that you love in your neighborhood and feel your feet as the roots, your legs and your trunk as the trunk, your arms as the limbs, and your hair and nails as the leaves. Beautiful, deeply rooted tree. Building bone density now on the left side. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the waist. Inhale, shoot the right leg back now, and you're on the ball of the right foot. So you're getting that bounce because you're on the ball of the foot, the heel is up. Front knee, left is bent. So just coming into, this is called crescent pose. So it's a great stretch for the psoas muscles here and the hip flexors and the quadriceps on the right side. Front knee is bent and it's over the ankle. So it's just make sure that it's not leaning towards the middle. It's right over the ankle. And this time, let's bring the arms up this way for our crescent pose on the right side. Back leg is straight. Left thigh is moving forward. Right heel is moving back. Opposite qualities. Inhale. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take your hands behind you again, but interlace your fingers the weird way, not the habitual way, the weird way, which is really good for the brain. Send the knuckles down, which will open up the chest. Just be careful you're not overarching your back. So you want to send the tailbone down. That helps to neutralize that lower back. Chin is parallel to the earth. Inhale. And then exhale with just a really nice pop. Let the arms go. Feel the prana, your blood flow moving through your limbs. Take your hands on your waist and then step your right foot to the floor. So now both feet are solidly on the floor. Both legs are straight. Again, hands come to the hip crease, and we're going to start to fold forward, coming forward at the hip crease, not from the back. So we don't want to round. Bring your hands to a chair in front of you, to a piece of furniture on your side, or to your shin. The crown, the nose is looking at the toes. So find your balance here, your steadiness. And again, the back of the left leg now is getting that stretch. The neck is long. See if you need to release any tension here. No need to hold tension in the neck here. Inhale. And then exhale. Rise up. Hands to the waist. And step the back foot up to meet the front. Close your eyes. Bring your one hand to the heart. And one hand to the abdomen. Pause. Feel that blood flowing down your legs. Great. Okay. Now just shake it out a little bit just to release any tension. I like to do the twist, so make any kind of movements that you need to make. And then we're going to come back. You could do anything you want to do. Okay. And I'm going to show you a really fun thing to do for anxiety. It looks kooky, but it's really, really good. And it's kind of fun. And if you have small children or teenage children in particular, it's a really good thing to teach them. So when we have anxiety, it's this building up of this energy inside of us, and it sort of has nowhere to go because we're not moving. It's not like back in the day when we were, living in caves or something. We had to use that energy to either run towards something to eat or run away, excuse me, from being eaten. So we used up the energy. Nowadays, we're locked up. We don't really have anywhere to move with it. So here's a thing to do to expel energy. So it's called shaking. And everything moves except your feet. Your feet stay exactly where they are. So look down at your feet, come into your mountain pose, look down at them, parallel, hip distance apart, and then we're just going to start to shake. We're going to start out slow. It gets a little wacky looking, so it's fun. Just think of yourself as a kid. And if you're in a situation and you feel overwhelmed, go into the bathroom and just start to do this. And then you can do this at work, you can do this at family, you could do this anywhere. Then you're going to start to really make it your own. And then you're going to start to shake the arms out. It doesn't matter what anybody else looks like. Just think about yourself. People feel a little self-conscious doing this, but you don't have to worry. So you're going to start to move wherever your body takes you, except your feet have to stay grounded. They stay part of the earth. So you can really start to get into your upper body and to just do whatever it is that you need to move. And you kind of just go crazy and just wiggle and move, but keep your feet grounded. And I promise you, if you're in a situation where you're feeling overwhelmed and you do this, and you know that the kids do this kind of dancing, that's a great way to release it too, because their legs or their feet don't move. So it's interesting. And then start to shake it out slower. Take it down slower. Take your breath in, feel your breath entering your body, feel it leaving. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Take one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Let that integrate into your body, mind, and spirit. Feel the connection between those three parts of ourselves. Notice if you feel any different. And now we'll move on to different types of yoga poses. Just take the legs back just to move the legs a little bit. So you can just, like a skier or something, move to the side, bend the knee, move to the side, bend the other knee. Shake it out, and then we'll come back. So now for this next round of poses, we did what I call railroad poses just before. Now we're going to do wide-legged poses. And those are where we're going to do warrior 2 and triangle and reverse warrior. So I'm going to move my mat this way, and so I can face you guys better. All right, so before we were in these types of poses, now you're going to take your legs wide. Okay, so look down, make sure that the feet are parallel, okay, but of course they're not hip distance apart anymore. They are wide, so they're in a different relationship to each other. Look at your right foot and turn your right foot to a 90-degree angle. So now my right foot is out and I'm keeping my back foot. Maybe I turned it in about 10 degrees or so, okay? So we're going to go into warrior 2. Bend the right knee. The legs are wild. See if you can get as wide of a stretch here, or as wide of a stance that's right for your body. If it's too much, if it's causing you too much angst, shorten the stride. If you feel too easy, take it back a little bit. I've been playing with that myself too. I've been having a wider stance. The right knee is right over the ankle. So it's like in the direction of the second and third toe. Put your hands on your hips and notice if they're on the same level, more or less. You just don't want your right hip hanging down. So the hips are in alignment, and then we'll take the arms out to the side, parallel to the floor. Turn your head and look down your right fingertips. Don't forget about the right knee. Press your back foot as strongly into the floor as your right arm wants to take you forward. So there's that oppositional quality again, right? Right knee is bent, and you're in this warrior 2. Feel yourself as the open and spiritual warriors that we all are. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the waist. Now take the left arm and just take it to the left thigh, and we'll take the right arm straight up. And on the exhale, lean back as much or as little as it needs to be for your body. So usually you can't really go back too far, but be careful. Listen to your body. If it hurts, don't do it. Staying here is perfect. So you can lean back again as what feels right for you. And never do anything that anybody ever tells you to do, especially in the exercise class, if it doesn't feel right for your body. You are much more the expert in your body than anybody else. Inhale, come back to warrior two. So we've done two poses where the front knee is bent. So we've done warrior two, front knee bent. We've done reverse, front knee bent. The legs have not changed. Now we're going to do another pose. Whoops, I just want you to see my legs. We're going to do a third pose where the legs have not changed. You're going to take your right forearm to your right thigh. Now, typically there's this feeling that you want to look down. Take your left hand on your right ribs and just gently coax them to look towards the camera. So you're not looking at the floor. Take the left arm up into the air, and now exhale, take the back of the left hand inside your pants or just back by your small of your back. See if your left shoulder is going forward. Can you open it a little bit and broaden here across the chest? Both legs now are still going in opposite directions. Think about using your muscles in your legs in addition to your bones, but not just your bones. When we use the muscles too, you can squeeze the left buttock a little bit here just to help you engage. Abdomen is engaged. Inhale, exhale, come on up, keep that front knee bent, and now straighten it, and now parallel the right foot. So we did 3 poses with this wide-legged pose. Now we're going to do the other side. So looking down at the left foot, I'm going to turn my left foot out to a 90-degree angle. Okay, so I think you can see that. And my back foot's going to come in 10, 15 degrees. So here's the legs. Find what works for you in terms of width. My left thigh is moving forward. My back heel is pressed into the floor, creating resistance. Now, arms come out parallel to the floor and look down your left fingertips and breathe. Do you feel like the grounded warriors that you all are? Standing poses are so great for finding our truth. Find your truth and stand in it. No matter what anybody else says, find your truth and stand in it. Believe in your truth. Now we'll take the right arm to the right thigh, and the left arm comes up, and then we slide back. Whatever degree feels right for us. Reverse warrior. Keep the legs engaged. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to warrior two. Don't forget who you are. Hands come to the waist, and then the left forearm comes to the left thigh. So again, now we're here. So we're starting out looking at the floor, but we have to remind ourselves, open up. And then you take the top arm up. And I like this version to take the back of the right hand into the small of the back. Right shoulder, you want it to open. You can see when my shoulder goes this way, I'm hanging down. But when I open it and externally rotate it, my chest is open, my heart is open. It's a good way to go through life. Legs are still in opposite quality. So there's a lot of strength. There's a lot of energy going on in the legs. You don't have to really work with your face or neck except to kind of keep your head in alignment. Inhale here. And on the exhale, press into that front leg, come on up, come into warrior two first, then hands on the waist, straighten that left knee or left leg. And now you're in this wide-legged pose. And now we'll do heel toe. So you bring the heels in, you bring the toes in. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Pause. Take a moment to integrate. Notice what's happening. Notice what's going on in your body today. Okay. So I want to do one more standing pose with you because it's one of my favorites. So again, come into the wide-legged pose. Okay. Look down at the feet, make sure that they are parallel. And if you have a chair, if you want to bring a chair right alongside your right leg, this is kind of a good thing to do. If you're not familiar with it, we're doing triangle. If you know this pose, great. If you don't, try it with the chair. So look down at your right foot and turn your right foot to be under the chair. So you're turning the right foot out and you're turning your back foot in about 10, 15 degrees. This time, remember that all the poses we did before were with the knee bent. This time the legs are going to stay straight. So hands on the waist, and then you're going to take that right hand and slide it down until you get to the lever to the chair, or you can take the back of your hand to your shin, not to the knee. So chair or shin. And then again, we're looking down, so we want to remind ourselves to look forward. Okay, so we're setting up the bottom part first, and then let's take the top arm up. Now we're in triangle. And be careful, usually when I say straight, I don't want to imply that the knees are locked. So you can have a softness in the knees. And then the chest is open, and you're reaching in north, south, east, and west. Heart is opening. Feet are grounded, legs are engaged, using the muscles. Inhale, exhale, bend that front knee, and come back up, straighten the right foot, back to be parallel with the left. And then we'll turn the left foot out now towards the opposite way to a 90-degree angle. Back foot comes in a little bit. I don't have a chair on this side, and this chair is a little too heavy, so I'm going to use my shin. So this is the setup of our legs. Hands on the waist, left hand slides down first. And then I'm just going to bring it to, you can see I have the back of my hand on the shin. Okay, I'm not gripping the shin with my hand. I have the back of the hand. Now I want to remind myself to open up, take the top arm up, the right arm up. Legs are engaged. Think about lengthening from the crown of the head out through the tailbone. You're reaching out like a 5-pointed star, shining your light, being the change that you want to see. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Keep the neck long. Inhale. Exhale, bend the front knee, the left knee, come up, and then pivot so that the feet are now again parallel with each other. And then heels come in, toes come in. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Okay, so now let's come to sit. We'll come back to sit. And just closing your eyes again and noticing what's going on with your body. Do you notice any difference? And even if you don't notice, you're still noticing. You're noticing something. Excuse me. So we're going to do a breathing practice. It's called Nadi Shodhana, and it's an alternate nostril breathing practice. We're going to do a variation of it. And this is really about directing your mind to do something that you would think it can't do, but it can. So I'll be directing you with directions. You'll be inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling through the left nostril, exhaling through the right. We'll do that for a couple of rounds. Then you'll be inhaling through the right, exhaling through the left. We'll do that a couple of rounds. We're not going to use the fingers. Traditionally, it's used with the fingers. We're going to direct our minds to bring our attention to bringing the breath in one nostril and out the other. It's a very interesting exercise. The first time I heard that we were doing it, I said it's impossible, but it's really interesting. And it's also very interesting to know that we have power over our minds, that our minds are not in charge. Our spirit is in charge. So come to sit well again. Find that just like we started out, we're coming full circle now. Feel your feet on the floor and your sitting bones in the chair. Feel your spine lifting up out of your pelvis, and close your eyes. Bring your attention to both nostrils as you inhale through both and as you exhale through both. And now we'll begin. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Switch. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Now both. Inhale both, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale both, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale both, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale both, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale both, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale both, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Bring your hands to your lower abdomen. And we'll just use this as our meditation today. Inhale, feel the belly round. Exhale, feel the belly fall back. Feel the rise and fall of the abdomen according to the breath. This is one of my go-to practices. One of the first lines of defense against anxiety or to release anxiety. So do that on your own. Now, no mantra, just see if you can feel more of the feeling. And we'll be in quiet now for the next 2 minutes. And now, keeping the eyes closed, just let your mind go anywhere it wants to go. Let it go. The mind is like a child. Now let it have its way. And see if you can be curious about where it goes. And now let that go. Come back to your breath. Come back to your body. Know where you are in space and time. And bring one hand in prayer in front of your heart, and the other hand almost touching. Breathe into your own vibrational energy, your own capacity for goodness and joy, and for being the change that you want to see in the world. Be the change. Inhale, and on the exhale, allow the hands to touch, and we'll end with a call and response prayer. May we have a peaceful mind, an easeful body, and a useful life. Namaste, my friends.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Fran. That was incredible. I feel very refreshed now, and I hope everyone else does as well.
I hope so too. Thanks for asking me. It's so much fun.
Thank you. Does anyone have any last minute questions? Thank you. If not, we can end. I think we're a bit over time today anyways. So Thank you so much, Fran.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Allegra. Happy holidays,
Happy holidays to all, and have a great weekend.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.